let's hear from them.
I'm Martins. I worked at Latvian Embassy.
Yes, my name is Liga Tarvide.
You know what we are going to talk about today? The topic is the Latvia Day in Korea, right?
Wait, don't you need to explain what Latvia Days is to our viewers?
아, 맞다. 우리가 왜 라트비아 데이에 대해 이분들과 이렇게 얘기를 하게 됐는지 잠시 배경 설명을 해드릴게요.
Hello, Nuri.
안녕하세요, 톡톡님.
I found a fun item for our show.
뭡니까?
It's a really interesting item.
뭔데요?
For the first time, a very special festival is being held in Korea.
최초로? 한국에서요?
It's called Latvia Days.
근데 그게 뭐예요?
Let me tell you all about it. 2023 Latvia Days in Korea was held in the youthful district of Hongdae's Red Road for 3 days from October 27 to 29. The festival was designed to allow visitors to experience Latvian culture, food, and technology without leaving Korea. It was created with the goal of naturally raising awareness of Latvia through content that anyone, regardless of gender or age, can enjoy. It was the first Latvian-themed festival to be held in Korea, and that's why there were diverse experiences and performances at hand.
Still, I was so curious, I had to visit the festival site. And I'm finally here. Let's take a look around. Feel the energy of the festival with me.
문제 맞추고 상품 받을 수 있는 곳도 있고 한국어로 번역된 라트비아 책을 판매하는 곳도 있고요. 또 라트비아 음식 먹어볼 수 있는 것도 있고. 와, 이거 뭔데 이렇게 또 줄 서 있어 여기? 스카이다이빙 체험. 라트비아 장난감들 어린이들이 많이 지금 체험해보는 것 같아요. 너무 행사장 분위기가 좋아요. 되게 더 편안해 보이고.
It was a festival that people of all ages could enjoy. The opening ceremony for Latvian Days has begun. Do you want to take a look?
This event marks celebration of collaboration and friendship between Latvia and Korea.
I hope that this festival will satisfy your curiosity and you will visit Latvia in the nearest future.
This festival is being held in Hongdae, which is part of Mapogu district. Through this event, Mapogu and Latvia signed an MOU on tourism, culture, and economic exchange. And these two people that we are interviewing today played a huge role in making Latvia Days in Korea possible. Let's hear more about Latvia Days from them.
The Latvia Day event was held for the first time in Korea. How do you feel?
Oh, now I feel a little bit relieved. After all the reports and things like that. Yeah, I had some good feedback from Latvia as well. This was the most ambitious Latvia Days. I was told, but it basically was kind of a all-encompassing event to show culture, to show tourism opportunities, to show the goods, the technology, everything together. So this will be a good reference point for next time.
So how was it for you?
I think the Latvia Days festival definitely added tremendous value to our bilateral relations, and it certainly had a positive impact in promoting Latvia here in Korea, to raise awareness about Latvia's culture, and understanding a nation's culture is a crucial first step to understand the whole country.
1 minute. Let us briefly introduce you to Latvia.
Latvia is strategically located on the Baltic Sea coast and is geographically in the middle of the three Baltic countries. Largely made up of flatlands, Latvia borders Russia, Belarus, Lithuania, and Estonia, and has served as a connection point in trade among its northern, western, and eastern European neighbors.
So are Latvia Days event held in other countries as well?
Yes, this year we were unique, so there was no other country that had Latvia Days. So
only in Korea?
Yeah, this year. Yeah, this year was a unique year. But it has been held in many countries around the world. We had one in Dubai, for example, quite recently because of the expo. We had some Latvian Days before in Japan as well. We had some in the States, some in other places in Europe. So my job is now to convince my agency to have it again.
So how come Korea was chosen for the only country to hold this event?
Yeah, that's a good question. But but basically the interest about Korea, I think, comes naturally to Latvian businesses. So like first and foremost, we see the business interest as well and the business cooperation interest as well. So in last maybe 10 years, the business cooperation has been maybe quintupled, so 5 times.
Really?
Because of the free trade agreement with the European Union, I think Latvian businesses are quite free to export their stuff to Korea. I think that was one of the kind of, push, because we always see the countries and the relationships that mean a little push to put the relationship in the next level. So I think Korea was in this nice area that our trade balance, our trade overall is not that huge, but there's a really nice tendency. So we really want to keep that tendency, and we want to make more and more Koreans know about Latvia, and we want to go through different channels as culture, as food, as tourism, as of course business as well.
So what role did you play in this event?
Many roles actually, but I guess it was up to me to be my organization's eyes here in Korea. So I guess I had to choose the venue, I had to think of the concept. It's hard to, but I guess the vision as well came in big part of me. So we had many meetings with Latvia, but the things they know about Korea is obviously what they can research, but also what they tell them. So I think our team just worked together, and then my role was to make it happen on the Korean side, really.
Yes, I was coordinating the Latvian authors Anete Melece's visit to Korea. And additionally, I was also coordinating the participation of an independent Korean bookstore called Liga. The Liga bookstore is actually named after one of Latvia's towns, Liga, which was recently added to the UNESCO World Heritage List. And so this independent bookstore organized a fantastic sketching workshop by a very popular Korean illustrator. So he basically taught sketching to visitors, trying to capture the essence of the Liga town.
So what did you pay most attention while preparing this event?
I think first and foremost it was for as many people to have fun. That's why we had the Aerodium thing, people could fly. And then we had the concert. I was so happy we could get our band, Tautumeitas, just played in Glastonbury, so their career is kind of on an upward trend. So I think next few years, maybe they will come to Korea back with actual concerts, I think so. I think, again, really good timing. So our kind of ethno-folk pop band, I think, was one of the highlights as well. Also, food aspect was very important, of course, to us. As in terms of export, food is just one of the things that we want to promote. But in terms of getting to people's soul and people's memory and people's understanding about country, food is really important. So of course we wanted to make sure that they can try Latvian food, and then we saw nice queues to try out Latvian food, and also they could have some of it.
Yes, one of the most popular booths at Latvia Days was the Latvian food booth. We're here, so we can't skip out on the Latvian food. It is finally my turn. This is the food we're going to try next. It was a taste that made me smile.
Tomātu kūpināts sāli. There's the pin.
오늘 진짜 나 처음 먹어보는 맛이에요. 아주 맛있었습니다.
Okay, so our biggest inspiration.
Yeah, I've tasted some food at the festival and it was very familiar but unique. So it was a very new experience for me.
What did you like most?
There's some things with anchovy.
With the fish.
Right.
Yeah,
Fish,
with fish.
yeah.
Yeah. What was the name of the food?
I think it's sprott, isn't it?
Yeah.
Sprats. Sprats. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what did you pay most attention while preparing this event?
We thought that by inviting Anete Melece to Korea, that would definitely add value to this festival, considering her popularity here in Korea. And Latvian literature, especially children's literature, is getting more popular here in Korea. So we thought that her presence here in Korea would help us also to promote the Latvian literature more here in Korea.
So what did you want to promote the most through this festival? There were a lot of booths and a lot of experience zones. So what did you want to promote the most about Latvia?
I don't want to, just choose one thing. It's always hard, right? So that's why there were many things. I mean, of course, the immediate obvious thing was Aerodium, our wind tunnel, right? That was something that really catches the eye and it's really fun to try.
여러분, 에어로디움이 뭔지 궁금하시다고요? 그럴 줄 알고 제가 직접 현장에서 체험을 해봤습니다.
Aerodium is a Latvian technology created for practicing or experiencing skydiving. The strong wind coming from the wind tunnel makes people levitate up to 10 meters.
기대가 됩니다. 저 스카이다이빙 되게 해보고 싶어요.
There were so many people waiting to try the Aerodium experience. It looks pretty empty. It is because it's already closed and new people aren't waiting in line.
지금 이거 몇 시간째 기다리고 계시는 거예요? 거의 한 시간?
It is finally our turn.
Put your arms up. Lift your chin up.
Will I be able to fly, finally? I thought I would be able to fly, but you guys, it is harder than it looks. But getting help from the instructor, I finally got to fly! for a moment, I felt truly liberated from the reality that surrounded me. It was like experiencing the feeling of true freedom. Of course, when you land, you wobble a bit.
아, 뭔가 처음이어서 제대로 못 즐긴 것 같아요. 한 번 더 해보면 진짜 재밌게 즐길 수 있을 것 같은데. 근데 뭔가 제가 스카이다이빙 해보고 싶었는데 무서워서 못하고. 근데 오빠 이거 해보니까 스카이다이빙도 해볼 수 있을 것 같아요. So could you tell us about Aerodium a little bit more, about the technology and the company, maybe?
I actually flew Aerodium maybe 15 years ago when I graduated high school.
Wow.
Yeah, that was the first generation technology that they just little bit adapted from the original. But yeah, since then their technology really has developed, so it's much less loud and much more kind of dependable and things like that. Also, it has good applications in military aspect as well, if we think in that sense. Lots of armies actually use it for training. Yeah, training. As mentioned, yeah, Tom Cruise used it for his training in to prepare for the movie Mission Impossible Fallout. So it was kind of really big in movie industry as well. So like their clients are Paramount Pictures and other big studios are using it also for both training and shooting.
Any Korean company cooperate with them?
Yeah, we have a partner in Korea now, and you have to follow them, but I think they will definitely do it commercially available in Korea for entertainment purposes.
So during the event, Latvian illustrator Anete Melece visited Korea and held a book talk. And there were a lot of Korean children fans of her, so it was really interesting to see that.
Anete Melece is a Latvian illustrator, animator, and graphic designer. Melece was born in Latvia in 1983. She released short animations called The Kiosk in 2013 and Analysis Paralysis in 2016. Books she illustrated include Hello Whale, Time's Trousers, and Whale's Vote. In particular, The Kiosk, which was reborn as a book from an animation, was written and illustrated by Melece. It has been translated into numerous languages and has won a number of awards.
And Anete Melece, the creator of the Kiosk, took part in the Latvia Days event held in Seoul. A lot of children participated in the book talk. It seemed like she had a lot of young fans in Korea.
The book about stolen sleep, as it sounds like, it is really like that. It comes from my own family life. Like before, after I became a mother, and now I am mother of two, it is really difficult to combine family life with work. But in my case, since I'm working on children's books, I can also use the inspiration comes now from our daily lives when we go to sleep.
I wondered what children thought about her book after listening to Anete Melece's story.
학교에서 책을 읽었을 때 재밌어서 여기 또 왔는데 좋아하는 책에 대해서 들을 수 있어서 좋았어요.
She visited Kahyun Elementary School during her visit here in Korea and met with children and answered so many questions about her book Kiosk. And that reception given by children to Anete was the one that really warmed a heart. Anete was moved to tears by the fact that children, they prepared welcoming posters in Latvian language, and they even also made their own like mini, very adorable kiosks that were also inspired by Anete. And she said that no one else in the world has ever asked so meaningful, so thoughtful and so in-depth questions about her. And the children were asking whether she is going to write a sequel to the Kiosk. And Anete said that initially she didn't even think about the second edition of Kiosk, but now she is considering to do that.
Inspired by Korean students?
Yes. Not only the students, but also other fans. Many people ask this question to her. Yeah. But I have to say that it's impossible to talk about Anete Melece without mentioning her book, The Kiosk. Right, The Kiosk.
The Kiosk, by Latvian author, illustrator, animation artist, and director Anete Melece, was produced as a short animation in 2013 and published as a picture book in the spring of 2019. Anete Melece said she came up with the idea for The Kiosk after seeing one of the empty exhibition spaces for an art festival in 2008. She was longing for a change and said it occurred to her that the protagonist, Olga, was also stuck in her workplace. The Kiosk was also translated into more than 20 languages, including Korean. Meanwhile, a children's opera was created based on this picture book in Düsseldorf, Germany.
So it's very, very popular. And just like is abroad, also the Korean edition of The Kiosk that was published by the Mirai Media and Books Company in 2021 is very much loved by Korean audience. When it comes to sales, Korea is actually at the top of the world.
Really?
Yes, indeed. People really love her, these bright, colorful pictures, and her stories are so heartfelt, also with a very nice, warm sense of humor.
So what kind of country do you hope our viewers or people in Korea will remember Latvia as?
Well, first and foremost, it's definitely a country that's that the values are being green. The nature, that we understand nature, we can use it. So green technology. So we're starting from our eco wood and things like that. But we always try to innovate. We don't want to stop. So that's why there's Mission Latvia is our kind of country branding slogan. So it's when people, like small amount of people, come together and do big things. I think Korea really can resonate to that as well. I think if Korea comes together for one purpose, they can do lots of things. It's the personality, it's the type of people that really want to make things happen, I think. Yes.
How about you, Liga?
Even though the two countries share similarities, there is much more to be discovered. And even though Latvia is a small country, but it has indeed a lot to offer, be it green technology or ICT or cuisine, culture. There are so many fields where I see potential for both countries to cooperate in the future.
I've researched Latvia and talked to Latvians, but I don't think I've ever learned as much about a country as I did during Latvia Days. I guess it is because I was able to taste the food, experience their technology, and experience many things firsthand. Using this episode of Diplomat Talks, focusing on Latvia Days in Korea as a bridge, we hope that the two countries can become closer together.
Okay, I will choose my favorite part.
Okay, 3 dienas un naktis Olga kuģo pa jūru, līdz milzīgs vilnis iznes viņu krastā.
바다까지 데리고 갔어요. 올가는 사흘 밤낮을 떠다니다가 큰 바다로 만나 바닷가로 밀려왔답니다. That was
It was hard. Yeah. Good.